All right, guys, we are one day into our lifestyle challenge and just wanted to give you guys a heads up on what is the best way to determine your calories and how to figure out your macros and take that data and put it into MyFitnessPal. One of the most important things during this challenge is going to be making sure you're eating the appropriate volume of food and breaking the macros down accurately. There's no better way to do that than using MyFitnessPal. I know this can seem like a lot of work, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. So let's go ahead and take a look at where we're going to get that number from and then how we're going to implement that into our app. All right, guys, here's an example of one of the applied fitness test results sheet. This is, as you can see, this is Coach Brad. He was pretty stoked about his numbers last night, came in at 13.9%. But just kind of want to break this down for you. There's some helpful information here about kind of what your target body fat ranges should be. And then there's a lot of useful information down here about what is the appropriate volume of calories we should be taking in. So I just want to give you guys some general coaching and some advice. First of all, no matter how accurate applied fitness testing is, without a really in-depth understanding of how many calories you've been consuming up until this point, these are all estimates, right? So we're going to give you kind of like a target number to shoot for, but know that every individual is different, mostly because of what their metabolism is currently operating off of after however many weeks of whatever the calorie consumption's been. Anyhow, all that being said, I would highly recommend averaging these two numbers. So we got 2237, so this is to be on like more active days. On the days or weeks where he's training less, he's supposed to eat somewhere between around 1900 calories, right? That puts us right at about 2100 if we average the two. I would take that number and use that for MyFitnessPal. Let's have a look at how we enter that in and then how we get our macros from implementing that number. All right, guys, so let's just assume this is Brad's MyFitnessPal account. So you'll notice that the numbers he was given are actually much higher than what he needs to be consuming. It's not always the case. Sometimes it's too low, too high, but we're just going to go ahead and change that, and then we're going to actually calculate our macros. So we're going to go to Goals. We'll start with calorie and macronutrient goals. First thing we're going to do, we're going to change that number. All right, so what this needs to be is the number we just talked about. We're going to go for 2100. It's the average between those two numbers. I think that's going to be a great place to be. This is already set up. We actually went through this already, but a lot of times this is going to be at 50. So it'll set to here. This one's going to be at 20, which is way too low. So this is how they will come. We recommend a 40% carbohydrate, 30% protein, 30% fat. If you want to actually get a little bit more aggressive with your macros, you're going to take this to 35 and you're going to take that to 25. So this is kind of a more intense approach to macros. This is a little bit more sustainable in my opinion. Both work really good, but so we recommend a 40, 30, 30, but if you want to get a little after it a little bit more, 40, 35, 25. Once we've made that choice, we sit that in. All right, and here is where you're going to be able to have a really good idea of what you need to eat. So we're just in diary. This is where we log our food. You're going to go to nutrition. Okay, this person hasn't eaten anything yet today, but if we go to nutrients, so this tells us that we need to consume 157 grams of protein, 210 grams of carbohydrates, and 70 grams of fat. This is what your goal is. If you're aiming to hit zone or macros on the lifestyle challenge, you need to consume these numbers in balanced ratios throughout the day. So at the end of the day, Brad hopefully will have hit his 157 grams of protein, 210 grams of carbs, and 70 grams of fat, and that would be a balanced macro day. So guys, that's just a great way to get started. Find out your calories, plug them in, adjust the ratio for your macros to that 40, 30, 30 or the 40, 35, 25, and then start logging your food and coming as close as you can to hitting the proteins and fats and carbs you need to eat each day while hitting your calories. And trust me, after about 2 weeks, it gets really easy. You got some great recipes and meals that you'll just go through. And this is, honestly, the guys that have gotten really strong and really lean are all using this app and all hitting their macros. So guys, good luck. Hope this was helpful. We'll have more videos to come on how to utilize MyFitnessPal and some other good stuff. Have a great day.